Welcome to the world of Binance Testnet, a free and reliable testing environment for developers. It's a playground where you can test your functions before deploying them on the live network. Binance Testnet is a simulated environment for developers. It allows you to experience the Binance ecosystem without the risks associated with real transactions. You can utilize features like trading, staking, and token issuance. It replicates real-world scenarios that occur on the Binance mainnet, helping you assess the performance and reliability of your applications. To test your functions on the Spot Testnet, you need to log in to the Binance Spot Test Network. Authorize Binance Spot Testnet, generate API keys for testing, and replace API endpoint URLs for testing. This allows you to simulate real trading scenarios without risking actual funds. To access the Binance Spot Test Network, follow these steps. Log into the Binance Spot Testnet using your credentials. Authorize Binance Spot Testnet to get access. Generate API keys specifically for testing purposes. Replace the API endpoint URLs with the appropriate ones for testing. Start testing your functions on this platform. To authorize Binance Spot Testnet, log into your Binance account. Access the Settings or Account section where you can manage API keys. Generate new API keys specifically for testing purposes. Replace the API endpoint URLs in your code with the corresponding test network URLs provided by Binance. To conduct effective testing, you need to generate API keys specifically designed for testing purposes. Access the appropriate Binance Testnet login page, complete the authorization process, generate unique and valid API keys, replace the existing API endpoint URLs with the new testing-specific URLs, and conduct thorough testing on the Binance Spot Test Network using the generated API keys. To ensure accurate and reliable testing, replace the API endpoint URLs for testing purposes. This step helps in customizing the test environment while maintaining the integrity of the application. By replacing these URLs, developers can simulate real-world scenarios and validate their functions effectively. To successfully test on the Binance Spot Test Network, log into the Binance Spot Test Network by accessing the designated login portal. Authorize Binance Spot Testnet, ensuring that you have permission to access and test your functions on this network. Generate API keys specific to testing purposes. These keys will allow you to interact with the test network securely. To test your functions on the Futures Testnet, log into the Binance Futures Testnet using your credentials. Obtain API keys specifically for testing on the Futures Testnet. Replace the API endpoint URLs in your code with the ones provided for testing purposes. Perform your tests on the Binance Futures Test Network to ensure that your functions are working correctly. Analyze the results of your tests and make any necessary adjustments or improvements to your code. Continue iterating and retesting until you are satisfied with the performance and functionality of your functions on the Futures Testnet. By using Binance Testnet, developers can gain confidence in their code's functionality and minimize risks associated with bugs or errors when interacting with the Binance exchange. So buckle up and get ready to test the Binance Spot Test Network and the Binance Futures Testnet.